guests. It's great to have a fantastic audience like this. I just want to kind of give you a bit of an introduction about myself. It's not as slick as no one to me. I'm Steve Hilton. I do a lot of talks, a lot of presentations. Last year, the British Computer Society had me going around the country talking about Alexa. And I like to do this because I'm in a company we're called Liberty Apps. We work with all these kind of cool organisations, and it's really fantastic because we get some really amazing projects. As I mentioned, obviously the IBM one's one I'll touch on during the presentation. So this is the first chatbot we ever did back in 2015. Just a Slack integration, just really simple stuff. We were doing it for a supporters trust to kind of help them organise what they're up to. So that's how kind of grounded with the chatbots. We've actually been around for 10 years, but we picked it up at that point. And we also last year entered a competition with the Department of Work and Pensions. We created an Alexa skill for the unemployed to try and apply for job applications. So they could do that using the voice rather than having to use a keyboard. So yeah, basically, so this is basically last year. This was about my talk in Birmingham for the British Computer Society. So we were doing all this, and it's just been interesting to see the rise of the Alexas and how, when I was doing that talk, it was just something people were talking about, and it's everywhere. Everyone has one, all over the place. So this kept going. Every time I was practicing this conversation last night, I was saying, Alexa, bang, that was firing up. It was very distracting. So it's the worst heckler I've ever had, actually. No one in this audience is going to heckle me. That I was doing last night. And basically, the reason I'm here for you guys is you want to do bots. So we're going to kind of explain what we know, what we've learned, and hopefully give you some lessons, what we've kind of picked up from our experiences. So what we'll start with is like the spectrums of messaging. So hopefully a few Captain Scarlet fans will pick up the reference on that. Basically, at the moment, I think everyone understands that we've got the human-to-human on site, and it's fine. Yeah, it's a way forward, but I find it very frustrating when you can use chatbots, when you can have something there 24/7. It's a bit like snail mail to me that people still use live chat rather than starting with the chatbot. It just seems wrong at this day and age. So also, there's the rule-based bots. I'm sure there's a lot of people who will take pictures of this guy. We hit the Slack bot, and the Alexa still using this kind of thing. It's not too complicated, it's pretty straightforward. There's a difference between this and Watson. And you can kind of extend that to put into a messaging app, which is kind of the latest trend. I think at the minute, there's a lot of people doing this. It's very cool. And the AI chatbot, obviously, everyone will know about Microsoft a few years back. So this is whenever you try to do anything with AI, you just do not know what you're going to encounter. And putting it out to public consumption is just the worst thing that you do sometimes for these projects. And there's kind of three different kinds of bots. So there's the reactive where basically it does what you say, and you kind of ask it to do things, and it does. And then they can be scheduled, so obviously you want to do news, or the weather, anything you want, kind of repeated process. And then there's a predictive, which I've not actually seen yet. This is just a room in a phase. And hopefully there's someone in this room, hopefully, who's actually working on or will create a predictive chatbot hopefully, because we're really interested to see this, these kind of chatbots actually can be this clever and sophisticated and tie into lots of different systems. And basically, what we kind of got to do with IBM Watson was to create a chatbot which was in association with hospital in Sheffield. Basically, this was one of the kind of emails we got through saying, here's all the information about the code and everything. And this is basically what we built. The first version, the first iteration, we just wanted to kind of have a good feeling. So basically, it was just to test the system to make sure we could use it and more about that. And then we kind of did a better interpretation where you can actually see he's following the language there of what that's saying, and kind of giving replies back appropriate. So, what have we learned from all of this? Well, I think it's important, she's probably saw an hour a lot, it didn't really have a personality or a visual identity, and that is crucial. I think people really buy into that a lot more than just shoving out some kind of messaging app. It's just, I think it's just like a website or anything else. You need the branding to be right and appropriate for the audience. So if you're just like me with a bunch of geeks, I'm going to adjust my slides and have memes in here for you guys. It's the same chat, but you've got to understand your audience. And initiate the conversation and introduce yourself. I think it's important that the bot does that itself where possible. If it can save people time, that's very important. And kind of lead the conversation well, guide people in the right direction, that's crucial. That is, kind of keep people involved. You want short interactions with a gradual learning curve so that people can kind of get a feeling for the bot and understand what it's capable of. I'm guessing you guys have some kind of demo of how to kind of use the bot or an introduction to the bot. He's definitely on his head, right? He's not saying no. And using the next best option where possible, again, where possible, it makes sense. If there is a sensible option, it saves people time, it's just obvious. And kind of appropriate options to guide users as well, so it's slightly different. This is, if something goes wrong, make sure they can get back to the start. I hope you've got this in place, I hope this is real, because people can go wrong like this, where no matter what this guy tries to type, it's always going to come back with the same reply. There's no way for him to get back out of there. And chatbots, if that happens, it's horrendous, bad experience. You just can't plan for these kind of things. And if it does go wrong, then you want them to kind of work out to a human. It's a great example here. Yeah, we've got the woman who comes in and takes over, which is fantastic. That's what you want. That's the perfect chatbot for me. Once it gets past the kind of capabilities, the computer capabilities, the humans in there as quick as possible. So, otherwise, you end up explaining like this, what's going on? What's going on with this chatbot? Basically, what people always tend to ask me is, what's the future like? What's going to happen with chatbots? What can we see? I'm just saying the worst person estimated, so I don't tend to get anything about how long it will be, but I've got a bit of idea about what does happen. So, I'd like to look at future components, more scientific and academic, because you've got your probable, preferable, and plausible. Basically, at the minute, we've kind of gone from the traditional bots, which were system-driven, to the current bots now, which are kind of automation at a task level, and the future bots, well, they should be able to automation at a service level. So, by 2020, that's what Gartner is suggesting, 85% of relationships, customers will manage interaction without a human. So, very exciting times. I feel we've got to the point where some of them is can't tell this chatbot or not. Some of the good ones. Cool. That's me finished. Thank you. Any questions? That was a bit quick, lightning fast. The guy's not ready yet.
Questions for Steve?
Yeah, sorry Steve, what do you actually do?
Sorry, we create smartphone applications especially, but we have branches into chatbots and other various of mobile applications.
You build apps for companies which might have bot functionality within them?
Yeah, that's right. So for example, some of our clients like Warburton's will say, this is a problem, we'll look at it, and the chatbot might have a solution we come up with.
Is that like an SDK that they can put into their existing apps?
Not at the moment. We tend to just stick with whatever's available. We like some of the platforms like Facebook or Watson, as mentioned. So we just we're agnostic about technology at the minute, though we don't get stuck into anything specifically.
So you mentioned that a lot of people ask you about the future, so I thought I'd ask you about the future. What do you envision is going to happen in the world of bots over the next 5 years?
Ooh. Yeah, like we said on the slide, I think a lot of things have become more integrated. It seems to make a lot of sense. I think we'll see one chat platform really rise up and become superior. And I think there was on the slide, can you just go back?
Which platform?
Back there, so we were saying about a bot OS. That'd be really interesting to see a bot OS. I like to see that. A bit different. Yeah, that's what I could see in 5 years.
Who do you think is kind of going to win that race? Do you think there's kind of one of the existing players like Alexa or Google or someone else out there, Chatfuel even? Who's going to win that? Watson?
I'm going to, but I'd say Microsoft.
Ooh.
I don't know whether Holly agrees with me. I've seen what they're up to, and with the HoloLens and some of the other advances they've got, they've got the future sorted and they understand where things are going. So just put that out there.
Heard it here first. Microsoft is going to win the race in the conversational space. Probably not what you were expecting.
Can you talk a bit more about the bot OS? What do you mean by that?
Well, basically, I think that you could argue that Facebook already created something like that. But I think it's just having a layer that people can. So it's the introduction of master bots and venture bots, yeah. People can just kind of tap in with because at the minute it's like I said, I think that what that really means is that one or two will just be accepted like iOS and Android. There'll just be a standard there that you can use to write bots, whereas at the minute there's just so many different things with different APIs. It's just a big, just so much going on. Very busy. I think is what I'd say about it.
I know you mentioned that you made apps for the NHS and local councils in the past. Would you be able to talk through kind of a few of your kind of experiences with that? Yeah, very briefly, I know.
Yeah. So some of the other stuff we've done, I think it's just when we've looked into a project and it's not given an obvious solution. Sometimes we just thought, with the bots, it seems like an interesting platform to kind of work with, because I think these kinds of they're very slow. So if you can get it, basically, I think there was a good example with the Slack bot. In that what we realised for that Slack bot was that all these people are in different places. So how do we kind of make them aware that something important has happened? And that was special. So we had the bot. It would get in touch. We would chase them up. Because we were trying to, the group was trying to do some kind of deadline, very important deadline, had to do as quick as possible, because otherwise something was going to go backwards basically. So for us, yeah, we just kind of work around that and just thought, whatever the best technology for the problem, you just got to be agnostic about it. You just got to look at it and think, is it an app? Is it a bot? What's the best thing to do? And get people involved as much as possible.
Sure.